How is everyone today? This is Boom Shaka Boxer, and today I want to present another episode of Intangibles. In the previous episode, we covered map awareness, which encompasses the static information you can receive from the layout of the terrain, the opening strategies, and the ship composition of your allies and enemies. In this episode, we will cover situational awareness, which pertains to the identifying, organizing, and prioritizing of the dynamic information that pertains to the flow of the game. Situational awareness is the sensitivity to the time-specific information you receive in the duration of the matchup. So a quick summary: in general, map awareness revolves around static information. Situational awareness revolves around dynamic information. Both of these are information gathering tools. And all of these bits and pieces of information are part of getting to the big picture of decision making. The higher the quantity and the better the quality of the information you have, the superior the choices you can make. Alright folks, take your seats cause class is in session. Intangibles, Episode 2, Situational Awareness.
Enemy force detected.
So I'm in the Tier 6 US Cruiser, the Cleveland, in a Tier 7 matchup. What I like to do is focus on identifying the different situational awareness reads I make throughout the game. One thing I would like to point out first: cruisers and destroyers are the two ship classes that can make the most use out of having great map awareness followed by situational awareness, because they are the two ship classes with the most flexibility by virtue of their mobility and detection. The first thing I noticed about this matchup is that there are only 3 DDs in total. This is going to be a heavyweight fight in the early game until one team can establish some HP lead. Normally I would simply go north from my spawn, but because there's nothing to be gained here, I opt to sail laterally, west to east instead. We're picking up some good map awareness intel. 8 or 9 of the enemy ships have been spotted, plus 2 CVs, and that's 11. We have a good picture as to which direction the enemy fleet is seemingly going to early game. Because of the terrain, I know that the status quo of this engagement between the enemy Miyoko and I will stay roughly the same for the next couple of minutes. More importantly, however, is the fact that the Kiev on our team managed to spot both DDs on their team. Exhibit 1. The enemy Miyoko is still pushing subtly, and because of his willfulness, our Kiev is in quite a bit of danger. Understanding that he will more than likely prioritize the Kiev over me in this isolated situation, this is the time to zone in on your first person view and get in some quality shots. If I can manage to get the Miyoko to turn his guns towards me, perfect. I'm more than happy to trade salvos, given that I have the superior firepower with the BB backing me. It also means that my ally Kiev gets to live to fight another day.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
Exhibit 2. The Kiev is still managing to spot the enemy DDs, but given his HP, he may not be able to do it for long. Hatsuharu looks like he's trying to escape by going east. If I go north, I may have a chance to intercept him. I take a quick look on the minimap and recognize that the only realistic enemy supporting unit is the cruiser at E6 and potentially the battleship at D7. I like my chances and head north.
Torpedoes, direct front.
As I continuously suppress this Hatsuharu, I start to see a developing situation on the minimap.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
For whatever reason, and please forgive my pronunciation, the enemy, Bluskawitsa, appears to want to re-engage. A fatal mistake given the range I'm currently at. So, instead of focusing on the Hatsuharu that's running away, I'll change targets and focus fire down the Bluskawitsa that's re-engaging.
Torpedoes to port. Enemy destroyer foundered.
Some absolutely quick thinking here. Originally, I was going to continue to chase the Hatsuharu, but immediately see the enemy battleship, the Colorado, already in position to support his friend. That's bad news bear, and a situation I gracefully managed to avoid. On the other hand, because of that quick thinking, I'm now in another position where I have a great opportunity to support my allies.
Taking the lead.
That was a quick and decisive engagement, and we're on our way again. It appears my ally Congo is beginning to come under heavy fire support from the enemy bombers. So, as a Cleveland, I have an excellent AA platform, so I'm trying to do my best to position my ship to better intercept the enemy planes.
Roger, proceeding to assist you.
Additionally, I'll have to do my best to screen against this enemy Hatsuharu.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on normal alert. Direct front.
A beautiful salvo from the Congo removes any threat the Hatsuharu posed with his torpedoes. With the enemy CVs still active, it's only a matter of time until their next sortie. And as the Congo and I continue to hammer away this Colorado, I try to close the distance between the Congo in the attempt to cut in between him and the eventual enemy bombers, so I can be in position to make the most use of my superior AA and defensive fire.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
And as I eat a torpedo from my allied Congo and save his life, I'm reminded of the fact that it was totally planned. Totally. Although the replay does not show it, I'm actually actively control left clicking the bomber units. In this manner, I can best focus fire my AA where it's most needed. Although the Congo eventually sinks, he put up a really good fight. As we come to this battle's conclusion, I want to emphasize that in order to have good situational awareness, you need to value your precious time in between reloads. Pay attention to this next part and see how I take quick looks at my surroundings after every reload.
Sunk an enemy aircraft carrier.
It goes without saying that the best way to improve on situational awareness is simply to go out, play games, and get experience. You need the experience so that when you see a common situation, you can identify it. Is this an opportunity? Is this a threat? Once you figure that out, you can then make the proper adjustments.
Nice work.
One way to practice and build good habits in regard to situational awareness is to always go back into third-person view and take a quick look around after every salvo. Ask yourself, what has changed since my last salvo? For example, are there more allies and enemies in the local fight? Did torpedoes get dropped? Have all the enemies been spotted? Is anything important being discussed on chat? Ultimately, situational awareness is very much a mindset. It's the acceptance that information is precious and that you have to make it a habit to actively engage in identifying the continuous stream of possible information, what relevance that information has for you, and out of all the information you have, which one do you prioritize and act on? Any information you have that the enemy does not have can be used in a positive manner, and vice versa. Any information that you have that your allies do not have needs to be communicated. Don't assume. If you enjoyed this kind of content, remember, leave a like, comment, or subscribe. Until next time, this is Boom Shaka Boxer, signing out.